Tinkerverse, an electronics store dedicated to hobbyists, educators, makers, and tinkerers. In this tutorial we will be showing you how to install Home Assistant on a Raspberry Pi. What is Home Assistant? Home Assistant is an open-source platform for home automation. It allows you to control, automate, and monitor smart devices from a single interface, whether they're lights, thermostats, sensors, cameras, or media systems. We are using Home Assistant OS on a Raspberry Pi. Why? Simply put, it's the easiest installation method. There's no command line or complex setup required. The device is appliance-like. The Raspberry Pi will be dedicated to running Home Assistant, making it stable and reliable. You get easy access to the add-on store, one-click installation of powerful tools like Samba for file sharing, Mosquito for MQTT, Hacks for third-party plugins, and many more. The final reason is for seamless updates, as the system manages updates for you with a simple click in the web interface. Now you understand what Home Assistant is and why we are installing it on a Raspberry Pi. Let's get started. First, gather your hardware. Let's take a look at what you'll need to get started. A Raspberry Pi. We recommend one with at least 2 GB of RAM. A USB power supply. We recommend the official Raspberry Pi power supply for your model. A micro SD card. We recommend one with at least 32 GB or more space and a Class 10 or UHS-1 for best performance and reliability. Access to a PC or a Mac. This will be used for flashing the Home Assistant OS to the micro SD card and accessing the user interface for the onboarding setup. Finally, this is optional but recommended. A case to protect your Raspberry Pi. Preferably one with a fan and heat sink to keep it as cool as possible. This would maximize the speed, reliability, and stability of the Raspberry Pi. Don't forget, you can buy Home Assistant bundles, Raspberry Pi hats, sensors, and microcontrollers at our store. Visit tinkerverse.co.uk and get yourself a bargain. Now you have gathered the hardware, let's begin flashing Home Assistant OS to the microSD card. Let's prepare the microSD card. Insert your microSD card into the card reader and plug it into your computer. Download Raspberry Pi Imager for the operating system you will be using to flash the Home Assistant OS image. Once you have downloaded and installed Raspberry Pi Imager, open the application. This is the Raspberry Pi Imager main screen. You will see 3 options to choose from, which are: choose device, choose OS, and finally choose storage. First, click on choose device. Now select the Raspberry Pi device that you are using. After you have selected your Raspberry Pi board, the changes will be reflected. For this tutorial, we here at Tinkerverse are using a Raspberry Pi 4 for demonstration purposes. Please select the Raspberry Pi single board computer you are using. Next, click on Choose OS. Next, select the other specific purpose OS. Now click on Home Assistants and Home Automations. Now click on Home Assistant. Now click on Home Assistant OS. We have now completed the second step of flashing Home Assistant OS for Raspberry Pi. Now let's finish off flashing Home Assistant OS by clicking on Choose Storage. Select your storage device. Go ahead and click on Next. You will be prompted with a warning that all data on your microSD card will be erased. Click on Yes if you are sure. Please be patient at this stage. The writing time can take a couple minutes depending on the speed and class of your microSD card. That is it. We have successfully written the Home Assistant OS image to the microSD card. Now go ahead and remove your SD card from your computer and plug it into your Raspberry Pi. Make sure that you have a working internet connection and that your Raspberry Pi is plugged in via Ethernet cable to your computer. Now the fun begins. Go ahead and connect your Raspberry Pi to your monitor via HDMI and power up your Raspberry Pi. While Home Assistant is booting up, you'll see the following output on screen. Now Home Assistant has successfully booted up. You should now see the IP address along with the URL Home Assistant is running on. Now go to your computer and open your web browser. Now type in homeassistant.localport 8123 in your address bar. You should see the following screen. Once Home Assistant has finished preparing, you will be presented with a welcome screen. Go ahead and click on Create My Smart Home. Now enter your username and password. Once you have entered your username and password, click on Create Account. Now enter your location. This is an important step as it will be used by Home Assistant for automations, for example turning on a smart light when the sun sets. You can choose to share your data with Home Assistant. This is optional. Click on Next. Home Assistant would automatically scan your network and show you any devices or services it has discovered. Some examples of what Home Assistant scans are smart TVs, Google Cast devices, Apple TVs, and many more. Click on Finish. Congratulations! You have now finished installing Home Assistant OS on your Raspberry Pi. A future-proof open-source, smart home automation server running locally. Now that you've installed Home Assistant, be sure to check out our next video. In our next video, we'll be taking you on a complete tour of Home Assistant, showcasing all its features and how to make the most of them. Thanks for watching. And if you like tutorials like this, then don't forget to like and subscribe.